All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. 365, we making up plays. You talking the game, get you to the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety, topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. In the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, like working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. All sports, all plays.
Welcome to All Sports, All Plays College Breakdown. I am Ray Crews. I am your host. I'm waiting for Dre to get in, our co-host, but we're going to get this thing rolling here today. We're going to talk about LSU's quarterback, Trevino, who got arrested on some sex scandal case type deal. We're going to be talking about that today. We're going to be talking about TCU's coaching, adding some head coaches onto their staff for some advisory roles for TCU, but I think it's more like a coaching role, but they're called advisor roles. So we're going to be talking about that today. We're going to be talking about some of the Georgia players that got arrested over the summer and under Kirby Smart. We're also going to break down some of the conferences, the American Athletic Conference, the Big 12 Conference, and the Mid-American Conference. We're going to break those. We're going to talk about those today. So, and then the NCAA antitrust settlement. We're going to go over some of that key points. So that's some of the big news that we're going on today. I have been playing some of that. I don't know if y'all been out there. You can go ahead and comment on this show here. Talking about the NCAA 2025 game by EA Sports. I've been playing it. Again, you know, some of the updates, I haven't gotten back into the updates yet. I've got to do a lot of updates I got to do on my game. I haven't played in a couple weeks, but the game is pretty good. It's not, you know, it's the first game back out since 2014. So they got to kick out some of the kinks on it. It's going to be a lot of updates. Because right now, if you're playing defense, it's really nonchalant defense. I mean, you can stop them, but I mean, it's some plays that it's like unstoppable. They got some glitches in there. I've been reading some of the comments on the EA Sports groups that I'm in. I've been reading some of the updates on it, saying that you can run one play. You can run I think it's the halfback pass. It's unstoppable. There's no defense for it. So but you know, the game is pretty much, you know, the ranking system is a little bit suspect. I think they fixed some of that on some of these updates they have on the game. But overall, I pretty like the game. I think college football is more better on the gaming system than Madden. I don't know. I haven't really played Madden since I think it was the old PS3. I think is the last time I played Madden, because it was like too much like overshadowing everything. But the college football, I'm more into college football, playing games that way. You know, I like all the sports. I hope EA brings back the college basketball, college baseball. They only did 1 year, I think, college baseball. I think that should be something that they look into, bringing some of that, you know, back the basketball. At least back the basketball games were a little bit more popular. The baseball game, I think they should bring some more college baseball games in, because Major League Baseball is starting to get a little stale a little bit. I played the last season; it was good. So I mean, whatever mode you play on, I worked my way up from the All-American level to the Heisman level. So you know, that's how I start off playing. Get the good controls, you got to practice and stuff like that. But I mean, the college football game overall, I don't know how many people are happy about it. Hopefully, a lot of them here. You can go ahead, and if you want to support this show, All Sports All Place Network, you can send us some stars through Facebook. So we are monetized on Facebook. We are receiving some contributions. To hope to grow this channel, to grow this content, to grow more people adding on to the show as we begin to go into the focus of college football, NFL football. I do shows. I'm starting to bring back the Jags Nation here on the All Sports All Place Network. Also going to bring back the my new show called The Hills Nation, all about North Carolina Tar Heel sports, men, women, throughout the year. So I will be bringing that back out here. That'll be one of my new shows I'm bringing on to the All Sports All Place Network. And also, I've been in school. That's why I haven't been on here much. I've been in school at Full Sail University, going for my sports broadcasting bachelor's degree. So that's some of the new things that I've been doing since when I've not been on here as of late. So we're trying to get the station to go back. I've been away from ACE, All Sports All Place, off and on for a couple of years. I'm in on a 2-year degree program, so it's accelerated school. So you do 4 years in 2 years. So I'll be graduating in December of this year. So we're going to get everything started here. Hopefully Dre will join us here momentarily. He's been on a road. I don't know exactly where everything is going. So I like to say, welcome to the All Sports All Place College Breakdown Show. I am Ray Crews. Dre is my co-host. He is the man in the hour on the show. So, we're going to go ahead and show. This is the updated preseason rankings down below. The show banner here. This is the college football ranking. This has been updated for the preseason. The preseason updates finally came out. So I did the not so early ones. The last show that we were on in July, we didn't come on the 3rd because I had some stuff that went on in the 3rd, and the 10th I was doing the big give at Ocean Way Assembly of God at the Ocean Way Middle School. Our church gives a big thing on the day before school started back here in Jacksonville, Florida. So I was there doing my voluntary duties. I'm glad to help out with my church. My church has been big here and trying to get the community to Ocean Way. We have an outreach center here in Ocean Way up in Gillespie. So we do multiple things. We do some counseling, and we send them out, and we do a food drive at the end. If you have an appointment, you come out to the warehouse. We give you groceries, some meats, stuff like that to help out the community on the 1st, 2nd, and 4th Mondays. If you're in the Ocean Way Assembly of God area, if you're in the Ocean Way area here in Jacksonville, that's the north side, up by Gillespie Avenue. Come on, make an appointment, go to the Ocean Way outreach and Google it. Then you set your schedule, set your appointment up. You come out, you visit, you get prayed on, go tell you what's going on in your life, and then they'll send you out and we'll give you some food at the end. So it's a very good organization. It's a very good thing that we set up for that. So talking a little bit about that. So there you go. That's the college ranking has been updated. I updated it last night. So that is the updated rankings right there. If you see your team on there, you made it into the top 25 preseason rankings. Next week it's going to be the first week of college football next week. I think it's the 24th is the first game on Saturday. It's called week 0. Yep. So guess what? That means the All Sports All Place College Breakdown Show will go back to the 3 hour from 9 a.m. to 12, breaking down all the college football games in week 0. And we'll do week 1 because week 1 starts on Friday. So won't come on until Saturday. So we will do week 0 and the Friday game. Then we'll break down all the Saturday games for the premiere of the All Sports All Place College Football Breakdown Show, which is awesome, which is totally fun. Me and Dre have fun. We're interacting very well. Go ahead and leave out comments here on Facebook. We're on YouTube, Twitch today. So I guess they updated some of the things on Twitter. It won't let us go down unless we have a premium account on our Twitter. So we'll probably share that later on today on the Twitter, so you can catch some of the replays on there. So that's a little bit of things going on here. So we're going to go ahead and step away real quick. on the All Sports, All Plays College Breakdown Show. I am Ray Crews. Hopefully, my co-host will join us right after this little short break.
All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. 365, we making a plays. You talking the game, get you through the days. Great high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety, topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. Hitting the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, like working your faces. Grace at the field, so type the laces. All sports, all plays. Network. All sports, all plays. Network. We on top of our game. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays.
Welcome back to the All Sports, All Plays College Breakdown Show. I am Ray Crews. Dre just texted me he's on his way. He'll be here momentarily. So we're going to do a little bit of discussion to get Dre on here. Right now, the LSU is going to reinstate Javin Tovin and Vio Vargas case. Is it Voyeurism case? It was a reinstatement of college football while the navigates legal issues stemming from his arrest on charges of video. I guess it's like a sack type deal. That's what that thing is. It's voyeurism. I know I might have butchered that name a little bit there, but I was talking about the SAGs. Trevino was. This is according to ESPN. Trevino was presented the Tigers opening practice Thursday for the upcoming season, after which Coach Brian Kelly provided an update on Trevino, who is from Arlington, Texas. He's back in football activities. We'll kind of get him ongoing again, back in the mix, Kelly said of Trevino. Obviously, he's going to be a competitive player for us. He plays, this is according to Brian Kelly now, he played for us last year, and we'll get him going as he worked through his legal matters. So, I mean, this right here, I don't know exactly. The 19-year-old sophomore was arrested on July 21st when he surrendered to authorities. He was accused of recording himself having sex with a woman without her consent. Without her consent, according to an arrest warrant. The woman told the detectives she found videos of the two on Trevino's iPad that were recorded through a clock with a built-in camera placed near the bed. That's very convenient right there to have a clock with a camera in it. But once again, the 19-year-old sophomore was arrested on July 21st, according to ESPN, when he surrendered to authorities. He accused of recording himself having sex with a woman without her consent, according to her arrest record. According to his arrest record. But the woman told detectives she found videos of the two on Trevino's iPad that were recorded through a clock with a built-in camera placed near the bed. Trevino's arrest record warrant stated that he admitted during an interview with detectives that he had used a hidden camera on to record the sexual encounter, but the player was suspended the day of the arrest, then reinstated shortly before LSU's opening practice. As a freshman at LSU, appeared in every game with 3 starts during the last 5 games. And a little bit more details that goes in there. It is not implemented. It cleared that this is all according to ESPN. Changed its Trevino's case. East Baton Rouge District Attorney Hilla Moore said the case remains under review. Trevino's attorney, Philip House, didn't immediately respond to a message left by the Associated Press. So there's a little bit more details going to come out part of this here. This was dated on August 1st, 2024 at 2:06 p.m. when it was released by the Associated Press on the ESPN.com. I pulled this article out. It was a very eye-catching article on that. As a little bit more, you can probably get a little bit more detail on that. Trevino is a highly recruit. He's going to be paying dividends for LSU. We don't know how serious these charges are going to be, how much effectively these allegation will be, if he's going to be stay on the team the rest of the year. We don't know, but he is back on the team. He's being reinstated right now by Brian Kelly, and this is all according to ESPN.com. Jay says, hi, good morning. Good morning to you, Jay. Welcome to the All Sports All Plays College Breakdown Show. If this is your first time viewing, we are a pregame show that's starting up before the season starts. Season starts next week. We'll be here live from 9 to 12 every Saturday, breaking down all the games through Saturday all the way through till Friday, or whatever the weekday games are. We'll break all those down, and then we'll lead you back up to next Saturday. So we'll lead you all the way up to game time. That's why we go from 9 to 12. We'll lead you all the way up to the first kickoff. So we are here for you, and if you got any teams you want us to cover, put it down in your comments. If you see the show goes up, we put the show up probably a day before, 2 days before announcing the show. If you put your comments in there, I'll look at your comments, and we'll pull your team. We'll talk about it. We can have you interviewing on the comments about it. This show, we're also going to try to bring in some interactive to the show. We're going to try to bring in where you can poll. We'll put a poll link into the thing where we'll update on the show, showing for the football games that we're talking about. You can pick your winner of the game, join in into the pick 'em that me and Dre, my co-host Dre, does every year. We pick the games. We'll show our results after every week. Show who's in the lead, was a competition. Last year it kind of fell apart a little bit because we had some stuff that I was dealing with going on. So sometimes the show didn't air. This time it's going to be a little bit better because my school will be in December. I'll have more time, and plus hopefully I'll be starting a new job here momentarily after I talk to the pastor on Tuesday. We have a big sit down, so hopefully that will work out to my favor. And then having a job, then my Uber will go away a little bit here, so I will be full engaged on this network here in the next few coming months. So on to that, but we're talking about Trevino's case, the sexual videotaping a woman through a clock. Convenient to have a clock where it's pointing to the bed with a hidden camera on it, and not fully disclosed. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're gonna do something like this, you need to fully enclose this. That you got a camera, you want to videotape, get their consent, and if you have to get it in writing, get it in writing. If you don't have their consent, you do this is what you're going to end up in. And then in these days of the world with technology, hidden cameras everywhere, and you can put hidden cameras in your house, and you don't know your video being videotaped. There are even cameras that you can put in your freaking ceiling vents. So I mean, you gotta be careful about that, how you do this and how you relate to these things here, because if you don't, you're going to be you're going to end up like this guy, Joe Trevino, in some serious trouble. So, that is legal matters that we're looking at here for LSU's cornerback on this. We'll get Dre's comment once he gets in here. We might have some technical difficulties. So hopefully we'll get that straightened out here momentarily, get him on the show, and then we get some good interaction here. Me and Dre, man, we have a good time on this show. So stay with that. He'll be here momentarily. All about the introduction. When he gets on here, we'll do a good introduction for him and get him back on the show rolling. But right now he is traveling. So we don't know. I don't know exactly if he's at home or if he's back at home, or he said he was traveling this past week. So that way, he gets his vacation in. So Dre's a big vacation guy. He likes to go on the road. And hopefully one day we can take this show on the road and come to your city, to your college. When we do ours, we're going to go to like Division II schools and, get them a little bit pumped up for the show. Because, I mean, ESPN and all them do game days at Division I schools. Hey, well, let's bring the party to Division II schools. They need some love too. So that's the next thing. That's our next goal, is to try to get an RV during the football season to take our show to every Division II school, talk about their school a little bit, and then break down the rest of the show on location. That's our ultimate goal. If you want to help us build that goal. Come on, send some stars to the show. Send some stars to the L Sports Hall Place Network. Your money will go help us improve our content, add more things, and add sponsors to it. So, all right, let me see here. Do invite here, copy. I'm about the invite link. Won't let Dre in, so I resend it to him. I'll see if that link will let him in now. All right, let's see here. We're having some technical difficulty. Yeah, let's say I think Dre's in here now. Hey, my boy. What's up, Dre? Can you
What's
hear
going
me?
on, boss? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You good, man? Are you at home or are you on location at different places?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me? Hello? I can hear you, Dre. We're still going through a little
Can you
difficulties
hear me?
getting. Yeah, I can hear
'Cause I
you.
can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
I usually can, but I cannot hear you.
Uh-oh.
Hold on.
Check your setting for your speakers.
Yes, I can hear you now.
Oh, you can hear me now? We got it
Yeah,
now.
I can.
We got the technical difficulties up here. All right, let's bring Dre off the thing and bring him back on. So we just want to make sure you're good. All right, from Who's to Blame podcast. That's his show every week. He does that. He's got a right going. He's got his best followings. I watch some of the shows he puts on. He puts on great content. My man, my boy, Mr. Dre Montez. How you doing, man?
What up, Ray? What's going on, boss?
Not much, not much. Talking about Joe Trevino at
How we
LSU. I'm good, man. You
doing?
played the college football game yet?
What's that?
Have you played the college football game yet?
No, I haven't played college or Madden. I'm waiting.
You slacking,
I'm
man.
I'm
You slacking.
I'm trying to go see my girls. I'm going to Carolina. I'm going to Charlotte in a couple. Well, next weekend. When I get back, then I'm getting the game. I got to go see my
Okay.
grandbabies, my daughters, my twin girls, my oldest girl. I got to do that, and
So you're
then
doing
I'm getting the game.
so you're doing the first week of college football on the road?
I'm
That's
on the
what you're
road,
saying?
man. I'll be in Carolina. I'll be down there. I'll be doing the show from down there in Charlotte, North Cackalack, as they call it. As the
You're going to my home
Cackalack get the
state.
Cackalack.
Yeah, Kakalaki. That's my home state, man.
I love that
I'm
Cackalack.
about 4 hours from Charlotte. That's where I was born. About 4 hours away from
Okay,
Charlotte,
all right.
going back
Yeah,
towards the Virginia
you
State.
in where you at? Albemarle?
No, I'm in Henderson, North Carolina, outside
Henderson.
of Raleigh, Durham. Yep, that's outside of
Yeah, I know
Raleigh,
where
Durham.
Henderson's at. Yeah.
Yep. So
I went down to Wilmington and oh man, what's this town next to it? I went down there for like 12 days and camped out. It was amazing. It was a really good time. It really was.
yeah, we're talking about LSU's quarterback Javon Trevino. The video was sexual case. Um, he actually videotaped a woman was without her consent through a video clock. Yeah, the
That
hidden
is
camera in
just
the video clock in a clock. So I mean, what is your take on this thing right now? But did LSU handle the case right, spending him right away, and now they're bringing him back?
it's to the point, man, where what's going on in college is way beyond what I ever thought what kids would be doing. This way beyond what should be talked about at home and all that. I mean, these kids right now, there's electronic devices involved right now. And I don't think the kids understand the ramifications of that when it comes to being electronically shared. That means it's out there forever, and you can't get rid of it. This is I don't know what a kid's mindset is right now. The age is what 14. Damn that I go 12 to 15. I don't know where they hit at. I mean, they're doing things that none of us thought about because of the electronic device, the cell phone. And there's no etiquette. There's no there's no teachings of this. Even the people from the days of MySpace, there's probably 2 documentaries out there that's telling people about the ramifications of social media. But I don't think these kids are really getting the gist of it. And it's up to the parents, the relatives, quote unquote, their friends to let them know, hey, you shouldn't be doing that. I mean, they're doing things, man. There is no way, Ray, that I could even fathom the thought. And I don't know if I scared my kids, whatever it was, but I'm glad my kids didn't go through this when it comes to social media because they're going too far. I don't know if you're trying to get an NIL deal. I don't know if you're trying to show your talent, but they're going way too far.
Yeah, I agree with you on that point. This is like now social media has done took over, and now kids are posting all their stuff on social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and this wasn't like when we were growing up, going through football and stuff
Right.
like that. When you had the only thing you had was a VCR recorder, VCR tape. You put it in the VCR, you play it. It wasn't online. It wasn't shared. Now coaches got game films they can put on an iPad, hand to the player on the sideline. Technologies just took over the game.
And then
Now, go ahead.
it's on a whole new, completely different level. It's to the point where you got to get the law involved, and that's sad. I just want to say to the kid, why?
Yeah,
Nobody's ever
and
asked the kid why. Why are you doing this? Like, for real, why? Why now? What happened that you got to do this right now? Like, I get you want people to recognize you and judge your talent. I feel all that, but on the other side, man, that why got to come up with me. It's a lot of people doing why things right now, and I just it's way beyond who's in the household. It's way beyond who's talking to you. I have questions way beyond that when it is coming what I'm seeing by these kids, children, young people posting videos that are going to be there in their forgiving future. I mean, when you tell a young kid, "Hey, I done that," they tell you, "Shut up, old man." Hey, OG, be quiet. I'm telling you stuff because I've been there before. I've done
yeah,
dumb shit before. I've been an idiot before. I've been in the precautionary moment. I've had that conversation with grown people on why did you do that, Dre? I've been there. And I'm trying to tell you, I'm seeing the signs of what's going on. When I tell people this that think they're grown, and they say to me, well, you don't know what you're talking about. Okay. All right. All right. So Ray, I'm at this point right now. I'm done telling people. I'm done. I have talked enough. I'm 53 years old. I have done enough to tell people not to do shit. So I'm done. If you get in trouble, that's what you get. That's what you get.
I
You
agree
think
with
you're
you.
above all this, that's what you get. You
Mm,
think he don't know or she don't know, that's what you get. These people out here see things you don't know. And then us being older people, we see things way before it happened. Especially I do, way before it happened. Stupidity does get, you cannot manipulate the system. Like the swim team at Notre Dame. What? Let me get this straight. You really thought you're going to create a fictitious account and trick the people of today? Man, get up out of here.
mm.
Get up out of here.
Yeah.
They know.
Yeah. So that's one thing there. So I don't know. To me, suspending the kid and then you bring the kid back with before opening spring practice. I know they still investigating, so I know the thought about it by the coach bringing them back, getting their due diligence until the investigation's over. I understand that part. Now, if they found him guilty, or if they find him in the court of law, now he'll have steps where he
Yeah,
can say,
that's
"Hey,
different.
then you can spend the rest of the time." But bringing him back, getting him suspended the first time to get the case out there, to get all the details. He felt like the details probably a little bit sketchy. So I mean, bringing him back right now until the investigation's over, I think it's the right move to do. But you also got to sit the kid down and tell him, "Hey, we only bring you back because we don't have enough evidence right now against you, or until the case we get it all sorted out before we can stand along and determine if you're going to be suspended indefinitely." So I think they had that conversation already. So now, I mean, he's not been in no more trouble as of right now. It's not been reported if he has been in any more trouble or anything like that, or if any more people have come up. It's just that one woman account saying that
Mm.
he's seen the footage on the iPad that he took to a clock that he had a hidden camera in. So I mean, like I said earlier in the show, that you can have a hidden camera in your vent over in your AC ducts, because that's how small these cameras are, that picks up good quality, you know. And you got kids, you got people like this all throughout, you know, since these cameras and since all this stuff you live in your life on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Don't let
Man,
that.
these
That's
people
like,
know. They know what they're doing. They know what's going on. They know what they're doing, Ray. And it's to the point where it's not NIL money anymore. Future it's future money that these
yeah,
people are looking at right now, especially male or female. I think they're looking at the future of what could happen if I get this person caught in a situation. Like if I had a gifted athlete and I'm a parent and my kid is in the 10th grade in high school, I'm not just talking about sports. I'm telling my child about the hidden agenda of what's going on outside of the game that could distract you. Women, you need to, it's way beyond the birds and the bees now, man. When we were young, that was a different conversation with mom or dad, uncle, grandpa, whatever it may be. Someone that told you about the game of sex. It's a different level right now. The game of sex is on the internet. It's across the board in so many ways. And if your kid's smarter than you on the internet, I feel for you, because there's no way to stop it. You can't get to that kid if they learn sex on the internet. You take that door off that kid room with the drill bit. I mean, take the door off. I don't care if you got a boy or girl. You're not closing that door until I tell you what's going on as a grown person, because right now it's so misconstrued, especially in the sports world, man. It's messed up. Like, we keep thinking it's NIL. Look at the SEX. Nobody talks about that. Nobody talks about that. And these kids are getting groomed in a different way.
These comments was funny here. This Baba, whatever her name is, said, Ray, you're low key, kind of cute. She came out and said you kind of built like Howie Mandel, but like good looking. Yeah, I'm trying to do my Howie Mandel. I wish I could get paid like that.
Oh my God. So let me get this straight. You promoted the comment on how attractive you are.
Well, then nobody said anything about you. Let's see, this is all the comment says hi, says good morning. Then these two are the comments. You just got on the show, man. Hey, look, you know what? All right, Joey.
I'm dying laughing. Ray, I love you. Oh my God, that's funny. That is funny.
Hold on, I'm right back. Hold on a second.
I got you. While Ray is gone, let me tell y'all right now. I want you to talk to your kids. I don't care if your kid is athletic or not. Your son, your daughter, have that conversation with your child. It's being missed. It is. I don't want to sound like an asshole, but I had a conversation with my father. Yeah, I'm a black dude that know his daddy. Yeah, motherfucker. Yeah, I know my daddy. Yeah, my real daddy. I don't have a baby daddy, my father. You got to have that conversation with your child. Just please. I'm not trying to raise your child, not trying to say you're doing a bad thing, but please have that talk with your child, male or female. Have that talk. Just go in there. Hey, what's going on? Get in there. Go open the door. Take the door off. Have that talk with your child. You don't want another person having that talk with your child. Get in there. Go in that damn room and have that talk with your child today. School start next week. Well, in Carolina, it started last week. But get down there. Go in that room. Have that conversation with your child. Please have that conversation. It's just going, there's no way. No. Go on, Ray. Carry on.
I agree with you. On that one. See, I got my Dre lookalike now. So there you go. And the girl said, I really like that hat, Ray. It looks good on you.
Hey, man, I'm a Gator fan to the end of time.
Yeah, at least she didn't send me one with the Gator logo on it. You know, I had to tape it on. You know. You get one with the Carolina logo for me. You know?
Not gonna happen. No, I just left Carolina. 17 days ago. Thank you, Wilmington. Hold on, New Brunswick. I was in New Brunswick. Yeah. Thank you, New Brunswick, Wilmington, and New Bern, and Cape Cod. Yeah.
All right, let's continue right along here. We got some of the comments out of the way here. All right, next topic, we're going to be talking about TCU added new coaches. I don't think they added new coaches. I think they added head coach experience to the staff to help them out for convenience. But to me, I think they're undercover coaches. Another way to get them onto the program on part. They won't be on the sidelines, I don't think. That's what this report has come out and said. So, but we're talking about TCU adding Daniel Holgorsen, Ty Graham to the staff of Sonny Dykes. So, what is the two addition of Dan Holgorsen and Ty Graham give to TCU and Sonny Dykes' disposal? What is your thought on that? I mean, Tom Graham came out of Arizona State and Hawaii. Daniel Holgorsen came out of West Virginia and Houston. So now, what is your take on these two additions for TCU?
I mean, going to TCU, you already know you're getting a car to drive fast. And if you can't handle that, if you bring your own agenda to the program, that already sets you back 2 years. When coaches come in the college football program, high-profile coaches, I don't care who you are, your name, where you come from, but when you go into a high-profile school and you're trying to bring your own agenda in there, that's 2 years. I mean, who's really – there's no coach, I don't think, that has the ability in coaching and the assets to do something that same year without being put on a violation. And I don't see this I can see this TCU thing moving forward in 2 years, but I don't think it's like this year it's going to happen. There's no way possible. You don't have that opportunity to do this thing with these kids 10 years ago the way they did. You can't do the things you could do to coach a team and get your team up to par, up to level, to get them to compete like they did 10 years ago. So you trying to tell me with the new ramifications and the adjustments, we coming in here, we about to compete? Man, get up out of here. No. College football is not just a program. It is a commitment. And I think the attention is there, but give me 2 years. All new coaches, give me 2 years. I don't think there's one coach in college football across the board, first year, this year, that can get it done. There's no way possible because of the restrictions that we have on practicing, NIL, commitment, transfer protocol. There's no way possible. Give me 2 years. I just don't see it.
Yeah, they come out and they Dyke said, according to ESPN, and Sonny Dyke said that two coaches will deserve as an analyst and advanced scout. Graham, who has a defensive background, will work with the offense, and Holgerson, an offensive mind, will work with the defense. So how is that working? You got a defensive coach going to work with the offense, and you got an offensive coach going to work with the defense. As they are going to tell you what the offense is supposed to look for the defense, with the offensive minded coach.
I feel that because the defense coach can tell you what the scheme look like. It's like if a quarterback can't say hike and see the preset of the defense, why are you here? If you're a quarterback, your job, I'm giving you a play, okay? I'm giving you a play to complete with how many yards we need on this specific play. But if you see that defense and you can't read it, why are you here? If you can't read a defense, I don't need you. No. I need a smart quarterback. Like when I played sports, I hate to pat myself on the ass. I could read a defense. I was taught at a young age how to read a defense. And that really helped me progress in my sports career. But for the kids today, if you can't read a defense or your coach can't break it down to you how to read the defense, why are we here? No, I have no excuses for that. None. If you can't read a defense as a quarterback, no, there is no such thing to me as a play being broken down. An incomplete pass to me is like you didn't get it. You getting sacked, you didn't get it. But to read a defense, you got to see the preset. That's why they give the cadence by the center. It's all broken down, man. And I wish athletics got it. We're so hard on the quarterback, but let's take into mind what that guy is dealing with. The intelligence. If they don't have it, I'm done. I need an intelligence quarterback. If you can't spot a fine bitch 30 yards away, I don't want you being my quarterback. No.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. No.
Well, I
And
mean,
there's so
Graham.
many quarterbacks. What's that?
I mean, Graham is 59. He is a Dallas Fort Worth native who was 106 and 72 as a head coach at Rice, Tulsa, Pitt, Arizona State, and Hawaii. He resigned in Hawaii in 2021, aimed complaints from players about being a demanding coaching style. Graham said he was not asked to step down, but did do so due to what is best for me and my family and my health. So he stepped down
Wow.
because his demanding. I mean, are we in the era today where your coaches can't be demanding on a player, can't be really tough? Because when I was going through high school football, my high school coach, and I'm rest his soul, if we did something wrong or we did something wrong that in that game, we ran the stadium steps all the way around our whole
I had
high
a
school
hard
stadium,
coach.
and we had to
I had a hard
count.
coach. I feel you on that.
He knew how many people fit on the bleachers on every row and every seat, even the visitor sides. When we come back with the wrong number, we had to run it again until we got the right number. So some days we didn't miss the whole prize because we didn't get the right number on the thing.
But do you equate that hard coach giving you that sports justification in dictating how people play today and how you look at the game?
I look at it this way. I didn't make the same mistake I made in that game again. It corrected my efficiency. I mean, like he had some styles like the running backs. If he fumbled the ball, he made him carry football all the way around the high school. And we see him carrying the football, we try to swipe at it. If he fumbles the ball during the day of the school, he ran suicides at the end of the practice.
Listen, you know? I had a coach that really pushed the game of running your banana. I don't know what many people know what that means. It's when the pitcher has to run the first base to cover the double play.
Yeah.
And it's the shape of a banana when you run to first base as a pitcher.
Right.
After you throw the ball, it's called running the banana. And my coach pushed that shit on me so bad. It went into my softball career, like for real. And when people said, how did you know how to do that? It's called running your banana. My coach taught me that at 10 years old, 1980, Boys Club of St. Louis, Missouri, 11th Street in Sydney. I would never forget that ever in my life. The best tutelage I ever got, right there, changed everything. That projected my whole sports career. When I knew what to do, like I could play every position in baseball. Like literally, I know how to play every position in baseball. I learned that from that school of the Boys Club of St. Louis. But him saying that to me, knowing your job, see, a lot of athletes don't know their job. You want to go out there and tackle people, but do you know how to do it? Do you know how to read the zone? Do you know how to attack the zone? Do you know your area? Let's coach the athlete. And we're yelling at the athlete right now, especially in kids baseball. I mean, I think the next 5 years in male sports is going to be a shit show because the knowledge that they're being given is wrong. It's so wrong. Have you seen the videos on youth baseball? Tournament baseball?
Nah,
Man, get up out of here.
I haven't looked at that. I haven't gone that deep into some research yet, but I will eventually.
That's my problem. I need to stop going deep and stuff like that. But it's almost college football season.
I look at some way, you know, I go to some of the local high school football games around the area here.
And you go to high school football games?
Yeah.
Man, I'm scared to go to one. I want to go to one so bad, but the way women sleep with coaches right up the street here. And argue, I'm scared here.
I go to First Coast High School and watch their team play. They used to be the best team. I think the last
What's it,
championship they
3A or
won.
4A? 4A there.
I think they were 5A. I think because they go
You
all the
got
way
a
up to 6A.
5A football game? Wow.
Yeah,
Dude, that's
I
big
think so.
time.
They've been down. The last time they had a good game is when they had the quarterback that went to FSU. Then the quarterback didn't pan out. I can't think of his name. That's the last time they had a good winning record. They were so the last few years, but you could tell how they were up here and now they lowered down because kids don't want to. Because I went to one of their practice and kids don't
Okay.
want to. He don't have no discipline at that no more because
Not
it's
at all.
scared because kids are
There's
now will
swag
go
over
out.
discipline.
Yeah,
They
they'll
have more
go
swag than discipline.
if they do anything wrong now these days, kids will go and report it faster than anything. And now cameras are out there too, so you can't really hide from it because it will show up on social media. And I mean, some of these high school football games I've seen on social media, these coaches are like one coach was praying. He had his team come out and pray. He got fired the next day.
Well, we all know how the religion is in the South. You can't do that.
Yeah,
It's
so
different.
but I mean, anyway, if you look at
But
if if you look at these coaches, they also hired Boise State coach Andy Avos as a defensive coordinator and Nevada's head coach Ken Wilson as a linebackers coach. So there's two more coaches on a head coaching experience on his on Dykes. Is that a smart way to do it? You just go hire these guys who have actually been head coaches and bring them into the program because they're not really except for Holgerson and Graham are not really have winning records. And these two coaches
but
really
I
didn't have
think
winning
what they're
records.
bringing to the table for the kids, for as knowledge and moving forward, I like that. I like that. But what are you bringing to the game moving forward? That's what I want to know. Why are we hiring you if you got fired from college to come here? I get the background. Don't get me wrong on that. I need the knowledge for the kids and understanding for the ones that are trying to move forward, the ones going to move forward. We get that. But at the same time, why? What happened? What
Now,
happened?
now, if you look at it this way too, we have this old saying that some coordinators don't make good head coaches. Some head coaches don't make better coordinators. So, is this the case here?
So if you look at it right now in your football career, you think you could do more as an offensive coordinator as a head coach?
There's some people that think that they're just suitable being coordinators than they are being head coaches. Because some guys can't manage a team, can't be a CEO. Because you're a head coach, you got to be a CEO. You got to know the
Right.
offense,
You got to
defense,
run the
special.
company.
Yeah,
And there's
some
a
people
lot
don't
of
have that.
intangibles that people don't know about.
Some people don't have that skill. Some people ain't really a leadership role. They're more sit back, do the coordinating job, sit behind the scenes type deal, and have a better success than they do as a head coach.
But
Now, look at Manny
then,
Diaz at Duke. Manny Diaz, not good at Miami, better defensive coordinator than he was a head coach. Now he's getting a second chance at Duke. Does he learn from his first mistake?
Mm-hmm. See, that's the thing about me with football. When coordinators get a job, whether you're offensive, defense coordinator, or special teams, you get the job. That means you got to put the people in the place to help you do your job better. How many coaches do that? I'm going to wait. Not many, because I hate to say it this way, but everybody in college football, when it comes to coaches, think they got the biggest dick, but they don't. You need the intangibles that help you to do your job better and succeed. We need recruiting, we need player development, and we need results. And not many programs get that because so many coaches think they got the biggest dick in the building, and you don't. Go get some help. It's okay to say, hey, I need this person, I need this person, I need this person in order for this program to work. Look at the last 5 programs that won national championship. I'm going to wait. Look at the lineage in the coaching. I'm going to wait. Look who was on the staff. Look who was on the staff. I mean, we can't do this alone, Ray. We need other people.
That is true.
People think they can do this shit alone. There's no way possible you can do anything alone. You need help. But the problem is understanding the help. How can that help you? But college kids don't know that. They're in the discretion of being in the program. So now they got to accept this coach. How can this dude help me? Yeah, I'm a 3rd-year junior. I'm a tight end. I don't know this dude. How can he help me? That's another level. I mean, it's across the board, man. And they don't give coaches enough time due to restrictions and laws and NCAA regulations. They don't have much time to do what they need to do to develop that athlete the way I need them to. And that is, to me, that is like a disparaging problem. Like, you mean to tell me you can't do this until next year or the year after that? No, we're ready to go now. But the NCAA has said you can't do this until next year. And that's why we got these kids jumping. That's why we got all these lawsuits, all these colleges and universities and coaches being caught up in these allegations of cheating and whatever it may be, because the will to win means cheating. If you're not cheating, you're not going to win in college football. And as a Florida football Gator fan, I want us to cheat more. I want the 80s and 90s to come back to college football. Like, I'm what's going on with my college football team? Let's cheat. Yeah. I want to cheat again. Yes, let's break the rules and regulations. Let's go back to there. Yeah. I put that bag up under the damn highway. Go get it. I want that athlete. I want that dude. I don't have that right now. And I'm going through it because the way the game is portrayed today, Ray, I don't like it.
Yeah, I understand that. I agree with you on that aspect.
I miss cheating, Ray. I miss cheating.
You miss cheating? I think everybody misses cheating.
I miss cheating. Oh, my God, I miss cheating. What we did in the 80s and 90s at Florida, bring that shit back. Bring that shit back. We can't do it no more. Can't do it. It's like if you get a job today, you got to tell somebody the checking account. They're like, what you talking about? That's how I feel. It's like telling a person today, in order for me to pay you, you got to get a checking account. What? They don't understand that at all. I don't understand why we don't cheat anymore in football. I want to cheat at Florida. I want you to get his grandma a house, a car, and give her 80 grand. Go. Yeah, I want that athlete. I want Hassan. I want Shaquanda. Yeah. I want that weird-ass name kid. Let's go get him. But we can't do that no more. This fucker got to go to school. He got to classify and a test score. Kids, we're at a 32% low rate of literacy across the country. These kids can't read or write. But they can play football. They can play basketball. They can play baseball. And guess what their parents need? House and money and a future. Let me go get that kid. I got something for you. Here's the money. Here you go. But nobody wants to do that no more. It's sad. I just hate to say that good athletes, the skill set of education is down. There's no more Marcellus Wallace. There's no smart football players no more. Let's just get over it. These motherfuckers are idiots. Idiots. They just know one thing: run, hit, catch, throw. That's it. Look who's teaching them at the house. There's nobody there. We got to change the whole landscape of college football. I want to draft your whole house. How about that? I want your kid for 4 years. I'm going to give your whole house $800,000. Let's go. I bet that'll change.
Yeah, true. I bet it will. All right, let's move right along here in this show here. We talked about TCU's coaching. Our next one, we're going to hit into our favorite part of the shows is some of the breakdowns of the American Athletic Conference. That's where we're moving into the AAC 2024.
That's your
All right. Breaking out Memphis, Tulane, and Army and other contenders. So now Army has now joined the league. They added it to the Navy. So now the Navy Army game is going to be a little bit bigger because now you're playing for a conference. If they are number one, number two, they're playing for a conference championship, not
right
other way around, just for the satisfaction of the group. So now Army is no longer in the independent side of the organization. They're in the conference now with the Navy Academy. How do you see the American Athletic Conference stacking out after they lost some of the teams like SMU out of the conference now? But they added Army. They got Memphis still there. Houston is still there. Houston left. UCF left. Cincinnati left. Are no longer the AAC. They went elsewhere. They went to the Big 12 conference. So now, my friend, the teams are lackluster in looking here at the AAC. Some people say the AAC was in the big group of behind the Power Five because they had Cincinnati and all them. Now they left. Where does ECU, East Carolina, Army, Navy still falls in? Memphis still falls in that criteria. Is the ACC, is the athletic conference got a little bit weaker or got a little bit stronger?
I think the ACC got more intriguing due to the addition than the. I think the NCAA across the board when they changed the conference. I mean, we went from the transfer portal to LIL and now this. And I didn't think the older white men that run the NCAA saw this coming. And on a competitive nature, I think the ACC, which I love in basketball, when it comes to football, I had my problems and issues. But I think now the way it's lined up, I can support this. I mean, I'm not on board, but I'm looking in like, what's going on over here? Because I think the NCAA dropped the ball across the board. But again, you can't tell old white men with money what to do. And that's what's going on. But I think the NCAA and the ACC conference can really share its justification on being in the topic of conversation by doing what? Winning. So who's going to win out of the ACC to you? That's my question to you. Who's going to come out of this winning? That's the
to me right now. To me right now, I think Memphis has got a little bit of the top notch on there. I think right now Tulane could be right up there. USF, University of South Florida, can be right up there.
I like South
also,
Florida. I mean,
also
USC.
they also got now the University of Texas in San Antonio on there, UTSA. ECU's there. Rice is there. Rice hasn't been good the
Is there a
last
television deal?
3 years. Huh?
Is there a television deal for the ACC? Do they have a
Um,
television package?
no, right now they're on the ESPN Plus side
Okay.
of
I
things right now.
know CW has a deal, I think, with the Big Ten, and then we already know what the SEC does. God's choice. But I haven't heard about and no, the Pac got a television deal. So
Yeah, but
I
the
want
Pac's
it
only got
may
2
be a
teams.
local deal in the ACC area,
Yeah.
but I want to know if there's a national deal for the ACC.
No,
Is that a
right now
national?
right now they're playing on the ESPN Plus. You got to have ESPN Plus to actually see some of their
What
games
the
and stuff.
fuck?
Now
That is
they will be played in like week 0. They might have some games on ESPN because the big schools are not playing right away on week 0, starting next week on the 24th. Because week 0 goes from Saturday and a Thursday night game, then Friday night starts week
we
1.
go next Saturday. We go live next Saturday, right?
Right. Next Saturday we're
Next
going
Saturday,
for
shit going to paint. Next Saturday is week 0, right?
Next
Already in the
Saturday is week 0. Next Saturday we have 16 games to pick, and Pick'em is coming back, new and improved. And I'm trying to work out right now a system where I can put up an interactive poll where our followers can go on that and interact with us and picking their team who they win through a link on the poll.
We're going to pick
and we'll
games,
update
right?
live. Huh?
I want you to figure out how I'm calling you on this right now live on the show. I want you to figure out, since you came out of the school of Dan Patrick and you're smart with doing this thing for our show. Thank you, by the way. I want you to figure out how to do our college predictions. I want to call people on their shit. Like, for real. I think I'm going to have my best season in college football this year as far as gambling.
Okay.
I really feel that. Like, you ever have that feeling that you're going to win?
Sometimes.
I got it. No.
You betting big?
I got it.
You got sport.
Look,
You got your sports book
I
on
go
the
to the
hot
horse
phone?
track over here. I go to the horse track a lot. I live in Missouri. I can't gamble online, but when I go to Illinois, I can gamble. Like this Tuesday.
So I'm not
going hard in the
expecting.
paint this Tuesday.
I'm not expecting your bookie sending 2 guys over, knocking on your door, and beating you up while we're on the show, right?
I don't have a bookie no more. I lost my bookie 2 years ago.
Oh.
I had a bookie since 1984, and I lost my bookie 22. Yeah. So I gamble online only, but I don't gamble online often because I'm afraid of it.
I just don't need somebody to come up with some trench coats on, gloves, knocking on your door, busting through your door, beating you up, and then leaving. And then I have to explain that. I just don't want that to happen on the show. I just want to make sure that's straight.
No. I have a bookie that just says, That's all he says. I have a bookie like that. When I had a bookie, this all he would say.
But I mean,
that was it. That was his signature when he said, That mean I lost over a stack, which was a lot. I'm not gonna lie to anybody up here. I have not won a lot of money in the past 15 years. But my winnings great. They were great. I win better at the horse track every Tuesday than I do with my former bookie. But this year, I'm going hard in the paint gambling on college football and the NFL. I want that money. I want that money. I want it.
All right. Well,
I want that
all right.
smoke.
I got to do a disclaimer real quick. We don't encourage you to bet on the picks that we do because we don't want to lose you any money, and we don't want you to blame us. That's your
It's
fault.
just fun.
Listen to it. So
We're just doing it for fun, guys. Don't
Yeah.
take Dre advice or Ray advice. We're just having fun.
now, if you do want to take our advice, we want to know if our results
I
does
want a percentage.
give you some money or whatever. So so we know if we're doing it right or we're doing it wrong. At least give us some justification there. So
That's what she said.
But if you look at AAC, they're low. I mean, they've got Tennessee. You got a lot of Texas teams, a Florida team, a Louisiana team, a North Carolina team in Charlotte, and ECU. Then you got the Maryland team, which is Navy, and then you got up in New York, which is Army, and then down here in Florida, which you got University of South Florida and FAU. So I mean, and then in Alabama with UAB, then in Tulsa, Oklahoma, with Tulsa.
I mean, but how do you
Philadelphia.
feel? How do you feel about the ACC this year? Like real talk, how do you really feel about the ACC this year when it comes to football? And you being a Carolina fan,
Yeah,
how do you feel about the ACC?
The ACC right now is up to grabs because right now, to me, the way I look at my teams and the way I look at the conference, right now, Carolina, since all the players they lost on offense and Drake May was the quarterback. No, that's the question. Is we have Max Johnson coming in, and then we have Griswold come back from out of Arkansas. He came back to Carolina, who left the year
That's
before.
a transfer kid, right?
Yeah, he's the Texas A&M guy. He's also Brad Johnson's kid. They used to play
that's right.
Yeah. So they're all in a quarterback competition right now. Mac Brown said that Max Johnson's got the edge right now, but we don't know exactly how he's going to play, how the offensive line is going to do because we had a lot of injuries last year on the offensive line. Some people are coming back, some people left. So the wide receiver, we got J.J. Jones still out there. We lost Walker to the NFL.
You lost a tight end too, didn't you? Didn't you lose a good tight end?
No, we kept it. Both our best two tight ends.
Still there?
Yeah.
Okay.
We lost Morales, the third tight end on the set. We lost him, but Copenhagen's still there. The number 2 guy and the number 1 guy is still there. So we still got.
How many wins do you think you're going to get this year? Over 7?
Carolina?
Yeah. Over 7 or under?
I think we can make a bowl game. I think we probably be right at 6, maybe.
6 games is a bowl game, right? You win 6 games, you're going to bowl game.
Yeah.
I
look at the way I look at their schedule. The games are going to be tough. It's going to be the NC State game at the end. The Florida State game. They got to go to Florida State this year.
That's tough.
They got.
The last 4 or 5 games are tough.
Yeah. Depends on how Miami does under their Cam Ward is their quarterback now. They're transferred in quarterback. So it depends on how their offense looks and how their defense looks too. That could be a question mark. I don't think the Duke game is going to give us too much trouble with Manny Diaz as the head coach. But they did get Murphy, the quarterback, out of Texas. He transferred out of Texas into there. So that gives them a little bit of advantage on the offensive side. But they did lose their best quarterback, which is with Ronald Leonard to Notre Dame. So
my question is this: seeing the development at that football game the past 15 years, I'm amazed by the talent that's been going to the NFL. Like for real. They're doing fundamental football there at Carolina. And I used to knock the game because, for one, it's Carolina and you're playing football. But when I look at the fundamentals, they're really showing you how to make it to the next level. They really are. Look at the players in the NFL that came out of Carolina. Just look at them. In the past 10 years. The players that have come out of that program, you're like, whoa, they played football at Carolina? They're getting it done. So it's the mitigating circumstances. It's not the achievement of winning the bowl game or going to national championship. It's them playing the game as a unit, as one, and gathering their skills. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
That's the best way I can.
If you look at it this year, the Minnesota game could scare you because they're playing up in Minnesota, but they're playing in August, and so it's not going to be too cold up there. That's an 8 o'clock Thursday night game. Then they play Charlotte in Chapel Hill. Then they play North Carolina Central. That's 2 wins right there. They play James Madison. Could go either or because James Madison's been good the last few years.
You call James Madison a whore?
No, I said either or.
Oh, I thought you said a whore.
It sounded like whore, but no, it's either or. Then they play Duke. This is the earliest they have played Duke. This is the earliest they have to play Duke. On September 28th, they play Duke in September. Usually it's mid-October towards the end they play Duke. This is the earliest they have played Duke.
Why they change that game? What happened? Why they change that game?
I have the slightest idea. And then they got Pitt. Then they play Pitt. So that's always a good game. Pitt's always been a good game, been a tough game.
What you got? 12 games this year or 11?
They play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We play 12.
So you can go technically. I glanced at the schedule. Technically, you can go 9-3.
Technically, but like I said, the Minnesota game is going to scare me because it's the first game of the season. I don't know what the quarterback's going to do. Yep. I don't know how the new defensive coordinator and Jared Goff is going to do because Goff is coming out of Collins, who came out of was the head coach at Georgia Tech, is now the new defensive coordinator. So that's 3 things I don't know about right now because it's been shaky on the defensive side. If he can get the defense straightened out, then that's going to be our best players right now all on the defense. Our running back is the star player. So they're going to be gaining up on our running back. So our quarterback will have to throw to our wide receivers, and they will have to get open. They will have to get some deep threats. So, I mean, they're going to be –
what matchup are you more not scaring you, but you think that'll be a good matchup? Who do you want to face? For us being a Carolina fan, what matchup are you looking forward to? You think it'll test your team?
Right now, I think the Minnesota game is going to be a test.
Yes.
I think Duke could be one, but I'm not putting a hay in Hoare and Manny Diaz right now in his ability of coaching the team because the way he did in Miami. He doesn't really coaching staff really doesn't scare me. They do have some players that can make plays. They do have one of the best wide receivers and a quarterback who can throw the ball to him in Murphy. So that's going to be a shakeup on our defense. That's going to test our defense out, really, with the deep threat of Moore and with the quarterback at Duke. That thing right there is going to shape what kind of defense we're really going to have. Between the Minnesota and Duke game is going to be really tough on the defensive side. Pittsburgh game, that goes back and forth because our defense last year.
I think you got that. I think you got that win.
Then Georgia Tech.
Go ahead.
Georgia Tech is going to be one of those iffy games if we can, because it's always been Georgia Tech has always been a thorn in our sides too. Virginia, we go to Scott Stadium that we hadn't had too much success at Scott Stadium in Virginia. We come up to UNC. Last time they played Florida State, they beat them on a 50-yard field goal at Florida State. So
I feel you.
That's the last time Carolina's won at Florida State is that 50-yard field goal. They lost the last 2 times against Florida State. Wake Forest is going to be another good test because that offensive scheme they run.
Wake coming a long way, man, from basketball and soccer. They're trying to go back to football. They haven't been involved in football to me since 97, 98. To me.
And then we go back. Then we go to Boston College and Chestnut Hill, which Carolina, I don't know. Sometimes they win them tough games up there. Sometimes they don't. And then the big game that's really circled on the Carolina calendar is when number 24 NC State comes into Raleigh. It comes into Chapel Hill this year. So we have dropped the last two games against NC State, but I don't know. It just depends on. Hopefully by then we have everything figured out, so we can actually put.
So how many wins do you have for Carolina? For you, how many?
For me, I have. I went with Minnesota. Minnesota's one of my countless wins. Charlotte, North Carolina Central, James Madison. I have Duke. I have Pitt, and Georgia Tech. I might have them at the first loss there, and then Virginia. I think we could beat Virginia this year. Florida State's a loss, so that's 2 losses there. Then I have Wake Forest. If we play better at Wake them, I have them. That's a toss up. I really don't. I can go either or with that one. So I picked a win for that one. When I do the mediocre ones, I go with the win. I think they got Boston College. I think they could beat NC State. To me, they could go 10-2.
That's a double-digit win season right now. That's mitigating circumstances on a 9.5, 10-win season.
Yeah,
that's a big bowl game.
But it's all too. But it's all too is Carolina plays up to the level of competition last year. If the competition was low,
is it on the coaches or the players? Is it on the coaches or the players for Carolina this year? Look at what you have coming in. Look at what's there. Look at the
this year it's got to be on the coaches.
Who's it on?
It's going to be on Mac Brown. Mac Brown is going to have to make sure his coaches are, in line with his philosophy and stuff like that. He's got to be more of a hands-on type deal because he's been letting his coordinators run the show. And Gene Chisley did not run that defense like ran it right into the ground.
At all.
So, to me, it's two counterpoints here. If we can get the running game going, if the team's going to stack the line. The line of scrimmage is going to be stacked at the beginning because Hampton is the best player on the offensive side. He's that tailback that went off last year. J.J. Jones is going to have to be the receiver be the big dog this year because he can get open. He can make the catches that he needs to make. But the question is, who's going to be? Is Pastore going to come? Is Pastore going to step up this year? Because he's going to be
that's the thing. Guy. When do you know to step up on defense, offense, special teams, coaches? That's the thing with me with that team.
That defense is going to have to step up big time this year. They're going to have to get more into the backfield. They're going to have to play more man coverage than they did. These zone coverage, they get beat off the line. They need to play a little bit of man press. I think that's what Collins is going to bring in here. It's going to bring a 30 of their, front seven's got to get to the quarterback, but that includes the back end has to hold up. That front seven
is going to get a name on the defense.
Well, we lost our best linebacker in Gray, but Power Eccles is that second best.
Mm-hmm.
So he should be the limelight linebacker. But we also still got Desmond Evans as one of the defensive ends who can get to the quarterback. But that's going to be the question. You get to the quarterback, you also got to have a coverage guy who can draw up cover sacks. So if the corners don't hold up, your front seven is not going to get to the quarterback. And that defensive line
they hold their job for 10 yards.
And then if you look at it this way,
you should be on the quarterback.
But you also got to look on the defense.
News, you should be on the quarterback in 10 yards.
But also on the defensive side, it's got to be the defensive line holding up the offensive line so they can get to our linebackers so they can make them tackles on the running game. There's been too many games last year, like the NC State game. The offensive line got to our linebackers. We couldn't get to the running game took off for them, and that's when they opened up the passing game. So that too with Carolina is they got to get the front seven. They got to be dominant up front. They got the talent to do it, but they have not done it. They have not had a coach really that can put it on them.
I feel the talent protocol, and I feel what you're saying, but I don't think the expectations, what's coming in, can produce what the team did the past 2, 3, 4 years. So that's when one of those kids said, can you do this here? I think the offense is more advanced than the defense. You feel me?
Yeah.
And I think that's tough to put on a team where the offense is better than the defense. That's tough, especially in the ACC. To
Yeah.
tell your team as a coach, I think my offense is better than defense. You know how hard they got to be? I mean, like for real.
Yeah.
Just think about the matchups that you haven't talked about. Let's think about the matchups outside of the conference. Let's think about the fact that we got to win more than 6 games to get to a bowl game. Can we do this? I think the headache is on the defense more than the offense this year at
Yeah.
Carolina. And if they step up, they could be a 9-10 win team if they stand up to the challenge and get a big bowl game. But it's all on the belief of the team, not a specific player, but just the team or position. It must be all everybody got to be in. It's like the
Yeah.
Tebow years at Florida. Everybody has to be involved in this. In order for this to work, I need all you to be involved. That's how I
True.
feel.
That's true.
And a
All right,
lot of
let's move
football
on.
programs, they don't do that.
No. Let's move into the Big 12 right now, and let's talk about they're breaking down the Big 10, Utah, Colorado, back into Big 12, moving out of the Pac 12 back into the Big 12, Oklahoma State, and other contenders. Let's talk about them a little bit here. How does the new look Big 12 to you fare to the Big 12 of last year?
The Big 12 is trying to create its own income to me by this new alignment. Look at the schools that's in it. I like the chance of opportunity, but college football as a whole, they lost 3 big, huge lawsuits this year. Let's not talk about that. But at the same time, we know schools want to compete. We know schools want to challenge. But was this the right way to do this? Like for real. Like for
Yeah,
real.
because
Is this no. I
because
mean, I
you
get
lost
it as
Texas
a
and
football
Oklahoma.
fan, but as an analyst, no, I don't like it. No,
Yeah,
I
you
think it's
lost
horrible.
Texas and you lost Texas, Oklahoma, which finished ahead of the pack of 8-1. Oklahoma State took
How you
down
lose
Oklahoma
Texas?
last battle.
How you lose Texas? That money is stupid.
You
Texas
lost Texas.
endowment can cover us for 35 years after we're dead.
Yeah, I mean, you got Oklahoma State winning the last battle, so that's gone away. We don't know if they can put that on the schedule anymore. You lost that thing, you lost that, but you kept the Red Rubber shootout in Texas going in Oklahoma going to SEC, making SEC a little bit richer with the Texas money they got. Also, now you replace them with Utah and Cincinnati, Houston. It's in there.
Jesus,
Baylor is still
that's
there.
gross.
UCF is in there now. BYU's in there.
Utah hadn't been nothing since Urban Meyer.
You still got
The
TCU.
Natty hasn't been anything
You still got
in
TCU. Still
football.
got Iowa. You still got Iowa State, Kansas State. That's still there. You got West Virginia still in there. Colorado's come back, left, go to the Pac-12. Now they come back. So now with Deion Sanders at Colorado, how does Colorado look for the second year under Deion Sanders? Well, his name is now Coach Prime. That's
Oh
what he goes.
man, I don't like the stories that I'm hearing out of Colorado. They're horrible. Kids dropping out. The narrative, the media perception, the coaches. What is the focal point of you playing D1 football in college? What are you trying to do? I want to get back to that. And I love me some Prime, bro. Like for real. But I don't know what's going on in Colorado. I really don't. I don't know what's going on. Is he trying to prepare them for Sunday or prepare them for Monday wearing a business suit? I don't know.
I don't know,
But
I mean, he's more like a business light because if you watch them, they all come to the field with suits on. They come to the stadium with suits on and no earrings. So, I
I
mean,
feel you on that. Look, I like that aspect of it. But I had a coach that did things a whole lot differently than anybody else. But the way he did it, it made you a better athlete and a better person. I'm trying to see what's going on there because
yeah,
the negative connotation coming from the media and seeing what happened from the kids that were there last year, the kids that was down at Jacksonville, I got questions.
and
I
now
have
this is what
questions.
I got. This is what I got right here. Now, according to ESPN, the 5 best games of 2024 season from the Big 12 is Arizona at Kansas State, September 14th. Utah at Oklahoma State, September 21st. Oklahoma State at Kansas State, September 28th. Arizona at Utah on September 28th. Kansas State at Iowa State on November 30th. That's the 5 biggest games, and Colorado has not been mentioned in any of those big games.
All I
That's
know, October 12th is the biggest weekend in college football this year. That's all I know. That's all I know. October 12th is
not in
the
the Big 12,
biggest weekend in college football.
but that's not in the Big 12.
Nope,
Big 12 is not on that October. That
not at all.
that 5 best games in the Big 12 this year is all in September and November 30th.
Yeah,
It's
but
the
people
last month.
forget college football schedules are done years before you are there. That's what
Yep.
people fail to forget. This shit is done, what, 4, 6 years in advance? So they have no protocol. Dion, Colorado, the boosters, we're playing this game no matter what. And what I'm saying, I wish the narrative would change around Dion. I really do. I don't know who's going to be the best player this year in football. It has changed in more ways than one since 2020 to me. I don't think the best player goes to the NFL anymore in college football. And I don't think the best team gets in the national championship. So all those things have changed to me, the way I look at college football now. It's a different viewership. It's a different appreciation. And especially to the people that spend money on advertisement. It's totally different how the game is done. Like for real.
Now,
There's no way I can see Colorado in the conversation of the 4 playoff game. No, hell no.
now
No.
you talk about Utah has not been good since Urban Meyer. Kyle Whittingham in his 20th year has 162 over the 79 overall record, 162 wins, 79 losses. But also Utah's not going to go as far as Cameron Rising carries him. So he's coming off an ACL injury again. This is the
Right.
third time. This is the second time he had an ACL injury.
That
How
shit
good
hurt.
is How good is Cam Rising coming back, being the same Cam Rising he was before the ACL?
You got to plant and throw, and the ACL is tough. I mean, unless he got a small foot, if he wears a shoe size over 11, it's going to be difficult. If it's a big foot, he may go through the plantar fasciata phase for a little bit, probably 2 or 3 months. But to stop, plant, pivot, and throw on that leg and foot, look here. I know you played sports. But when you try to play through an injury that you know you should have sat your ass down, that's a different level of sportsmanship to me. And grown men don't like that. They don't like to be told you can't do this. They go out there and re-injure themselves, even worse, because they don't want to listen to who? The doctor. The person that knows about the physicality of the game. So that ACL and a quarterback, man, that's different. I mean, that's some twitching. It's like pulling your hamstring and you trying to have sex. You can't do it. I don't care who you are.
I mean, Utah still got Rising Thorn, got Keith.
I like him.
Kuthu, Bernard, and Pittman, but he also got some transfer running back Anthony Wood, who had 1,100 yards at Idaho. Receiver Damian Alford come out of Syracuse. Dorian Singer out of USC. Tight end Carson Ryan come out of UCLA. And four of the last year's top 7 linemen. If the injury bug is kinder to Utah, return to the offense, SP plus top 20. They're probably the Big 12 favorite.
Injury bug is there. Yeah, the injury bug is there, man. And that's the thing between coaches, the team doctor, and the player. If all 3 of them not together, it could be a bad decision.
Yeah, and Utah's already named their. Utah's already named their
sports hurt. You played football hurt, and you know you shouldn't have been out there. You know you shouldn't have been out there. You know it. I played ball hurt. I know I shouldn't have been out there, but I want to be out there for my team. That shit needs to stop. I need your health to be more of the protocol. I want you to be healthy. And it happens in college football so much.
Yeah,
we just think about the quarterback.
Yeah, Utah ranked defensive top 25 in the past 5 to 6 seasons. And of the 17 defenders, 300 plus snaps last year, 12 are back. That's the defensive coordinator. But he's also been named head coach in waiting. Morgan Scally can work with. So now we got a coach in waiting who's now been named as his defensive coordinator. How does Utah defense look? Does it look better this year, or is it going to look not good at all?
I'm thinking that he already has made a name for himself, as you pointed out, but at the same time, you want to remain relevant and stagnant of the conversation. You don't want to overdo it. You want to undermine the situation. You want to give your athletes the ability and the opportunity to prove if they want to play on Sundays. And I think a program like this in the realignment is going to give coaches like this the opportunity to have a job on Sundays. Not as a head coach, but get his foot in the door as a coach. So if they take this season as it should be, don't overanalyze it at all. Don't push any players, but understand what you have offensively and defensively, and just touch them on the back. That's what I would do if I was the coach, because they're watching, they're looking, the eyes are on you. If they win 7 games, that's impressive to me.
Yeah, and then
that's impressive.
The big turnover in Arizona is the Arizona Wildcats on the first year head coach Brent Burnett, who used to be the offensive coordinator at Oregon. He's now going to be the head coach at Arizona, taking over for Fish, who went to Washington because DeBose went to Alabama. So he had all that stuff going on. Does Arizona, under the Oregon former offensive coordinator, know his play calling? You know what Linningham did? So is his play call going to be better fit for Arizona and the Big 12?
See, that's the thing, man. these. How can I put this? I think coaches get caught up in putting their own agenda out there instead of believing in the athletic ability of the quarterback and the offensive line coach. If all three of those could come together, it's different. Can you imagine if you talk to somebody, how the relationship would have changed? Think about the people you met in your life. If you would have talked to that person. In football, there's a lot of people that do not talk to each other. And they work together. That's crazy. That's crazy. That is crazy to me, Ray. That is, you're putting yourself to be an asshole.com when you don't talk to the mitigating circumstances of the situation. To me, let's talk it out. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get this out the way. I like your footwork. I like your hand and eye coordination. Let me utilize that in my offensive scheme to benefit you. How many coaches do that? Not many. Not many. Not many at all do that. They go in there with their own hidden fucking agenda and they ruin these kids. And this kid is telling them, look, I can throw the ball better rolling to my left. I can come under center and read the defense. Or I'm good at reading the defense. Or I like a 7 or a 5 to 7 drop back. I can do good. They don't listen. They're trying to tell you, here it is what I want you to do. It's not how this works. Not how this works. No. Let's get on the same page. If that happens throughout college football this year, just with transfer portal, NIL, coaching changes, all of that. If we go across the board, I think it'll be the most competitive football season of all time. I think there'd be more teams with 10 wins than 4 losses if they did that. But everybody want to have the biggest dick in the building. It's not going to happen because nobody wants to listen. If everybody had that military terminology, what they tell you military? Shut up and listen.
So you got winning the Big 12.
Oh my God. Who's in there again?
Yeah, Kansas State, Oklahoma State. You got you got West Virginia, K-State.
I'm going to Oklahoma.
Oklahoma State?
Yep.
Oklahoma gone.
K-State. I'm going to OK State.
Yeah.
They have a lot to prove.
I got Kansas State taking it.
For one, Kansas, Duke, and North Carolina in the football program the past 5 years, I'm amazed by the talent they've been putting in the NFL. Let's put that out there right now.
Yeah. I think Kansas State has a chance, but Utah's looking in. I think Kansas is looking in, and BYU could give some threats.
Why do you like Kansas? What's your affliction with Kansas? What's going on here?
That quarterback. The quarterback's dynamic.
I like him. I like it. They've had 3 quarterbacks in a row that can do their thing.
Yeah.
I love a rolling quarterback that makes it make sense.
Yeah, I think Kansas really, to me, I think that's Jalen Daniels is one of the top-notch quarterbacks in the conference in college football. I mean, he's dynamic. They do have some good running backs that they can offset with him, but the wide receivers in connection with him is awesome. The offense is good. It's just their defense has got to be better. The defenses gave up a lot of
support in college football, though. Yeah. I think if I know I have an offense that can put up 35 points a game, I need my defense to understand that. I need my defense to understand. I need that protocol. I need that transfer. I need that portal. I need that player to understand what we're coming into. And the believability in the defense right now, I think it's across the board, man. It's not there. It's like the offensive scheme right now, to me.
I mean, if you look at it at that standpoint too, is their offense could score it with anybody.
Okay. I feel you on that.
Their defense is the one that can give up points too. So you matching the offense and defense giving up that same amount of points. It's going to be who's got the ball last type game. That's going to favor the other.
I need my safeties to get back. Get back. Understand the speed outside. Understand that. You're not Jackrabbit. Those days over. Get back. They are taller. Receivers now 6'5", 6'7".
Yeah. Now let's talk about
Give me a 6'7" receiver.
Let's talk about the Mid-American Conference real quick here.
Oh my God!
I found an interesting stat that, according to Bill Conley out of ESPN,
I gotta grab me a drink on this one. I'll be right back.
All right.
Let me grab me a drink on this one. This is gonna take.
All right, let's go to a commercial break real quick, and then we'll be right back here on All Sports All Plays Network.
All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. 365, we making a plays. You talking the game, get you through the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety, topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. Hitting the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, they working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. All sports, all plays. Network. All sports, all plays. Network. We on top of our game. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays.
Welcome back to the All Sports, All Plays College Breakdown. When Jerry gets back in position, I'll bring it back on camera. We're going to be talking about the Mid-American Conference real quick, and then we got the NCAA settlement deal for the antitrust, and then we're going to talk about Georgia's players being arrested, and then that will conclude the show. So we might go a little bit of overtime. I hope Dre is good with that. So let's bring Dre back here. So we might go into overtime here. We got the Mid-American, then we got the NCAA trust. Overtime? Yeah, we're gonna have to go in overtime.
I gotta work overtime. You didn't tell me that my pay scale.
Hey man, sometimes you gotta go in over. Sometimes we go in OT, man. You gotta start from 25 and work way back into the end zone.
So I gotta get paid to work overtime. Okay, got you, boss. Got you.
All right. So I found an interesting stat about this Bill Conley, ESPN guy who writes for ESPN.com. He brought an interesting thing in the Mid-American Conference between 2007 and 2017, from Brian Kelly to PJ Fleck, 11 MAC head coaches, one per year, have left the Power 5 conference for a head coaching job.
Money, right?
The last one to leave was Lance Lepard, who left Buffalo for Kansas.
What's that last name again? Say it again. What's that last name?
Leipole, Leipole. Hey, hold up. Before you make a funny laugh, let me get his name, and then I'll get it pronounced right for you. Hold on.
Oh my God. We destroy names on this show, by the way. We destroy names. Hello, TikTok. What up, TikTok? Check us out on All Sports, All Plays, ASAP Network. We're out there. Check us out. It's Ray and Dre. We do this every Saturday from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Central Standard Time every Saturday.
This is how you say his last name. Ready?
Just said the
You ready? Here you go. See if you can hear it again. Landslide Pole. That's his name. That's how you pronounce his name. I got a helper now, so when can't pronounce his name, I just go to this.
Look, I'm hiring I'm hiring somebody in October. Yay! I'm finally hiring a helper in October. I'm gonna have an actual live person to help me out. Being blind,
the MAC
everyday movie.
We're looking at the MAC here. The MAC's top contender teams are Miami of Ohio, Toledo, and there's no other contenders stuff with them too. Basically, this is a two-man show conference.
So
Can
again,
any other team? Yeah, there's Toledo, Miami, Ohio, Northern Illinois, Bowling Green, Eastern Michigan, Ball State, Buffalo, Western Michigan, Central Michigan, Akron, and Kent State. Kent State could jump up in there to be the third team in this running for the MAC.
that's the new ACC or the Big Ten.
No, this is the Mid-Atlantic, the Mid-American Conference.
We're talking about the Mid-Atlantic right now. We're talking about college football guys.
Well, it's the Mid-American Conference. That's what it is.
Mid-America. Gotcha.
Yeah.
The MEAC.
Yeah, the MAC.
Which you can win a lot of money on if you gamble on college football.
You could.
You can win a lot of money on the MEAC. Look,
I can't.
That's my go-to game when I'm losing gambling.
Because right now, the top three teams in 2023 was Toledo, Miami, and Ohio. This year, they only put Toledo and Miami. So Ohio's looking in. Kent State they had a 1-11 season. They might be better this year. Some people are predicting. Bowling Green's okay. Northern Illinois could be one of those teams, could make the fourth team.
Right down the street.
Yeah.
Right down the street from Northern Illinois.
I mean, if you look at last year, Toledo, Miami, Ohio was 8-1. Ohio and Northern Illinois. Ohio was 6-2. Northern Illinois was 5-3. Bowling Green was 5-3. Then went down to Eastern Michigan at 4-4. Ball State was 3-5. Buffalo was 3-5. Western Michigan was 3-5. Central Michigan was 3-5, and then Akron was 1-7, and Kent State was 0-8 in the conference.
I'm gonna leave you TikTok. I'll be right back. Let me go over to Facebook. I'll be right back. Go ahead, Ray.
So you got all this stuff right here. So I mean, if you look at the MAC's 2024 five best game, it's Miami at Toledo. That's October 5th. Northern Illinois at Miami, which is Tuesday, November 19th. Miami at Bowling Green, which is Friday, November 29th. And then they went up and then they jumped back into October with Toledo at Northern Illinois, Saturday, October 19th. So, and then October 26th, Bowling Green at Toledo. So that's your five best games in the MAC right now. So
the MEAC, as I call it.
Yeah. So right now, most people are predicting Miami, Ohio, Redhawks winning the conference, and Toledo coming number 2. Do you see Toledo jumping Miami, Ohio in this conference?
I like the recruiting process of Toledo, but Miami, Ohio, that defensive, they picked up, I think, 2 5-stars in high school on the defensive side, and I think they got a receiver as well. So I'm going to look at them in the early games, meaning the first 4 games. After that, shit don't matter. But I love these conferences that get these players that can find a way to make it to play on a Sunday. I'm loving that. And I love the MEAC for that. But Toledo in Miami, Ohio, I'm telling you, they're doing something different when it comes to recruiting players. They're finding these guys. They're finding these athletes that, hey, maybe I want to stay home. Maybe I want mom and dad to see me on TV. They're finding these athletes, and I love the story that's coming out of these 2 schools. Love it.
Yeah.
Keep it up.
Like I said, Miami, Ohio, and Toledo is the top 2 teams in this conference. Ohio's looking in. Northern Illinois could look in. Kansas State could have a big jump if they don't have all the injuries like they had last year. That's what took them down. I
would take Northern Illinois over Kent State any day.
So that's my outlook of the.
Who do you like in that conference? Who you looking for out of that conference?
Who I'm looking for? To me, I always had a fascination with Miami, Ohio. It's because
that's a Roethlisberger.
No, it's more of Miami, Ohio versus the U down in Miami. I look at it. Okay. I'm hoping Miami, Ohio has a better season than the U.
So you have an affliction with that team that's way beyond sports. It's something else.
Right.
I feel
I'm
the same way. That's That's how I feel about UNC Charlotte. Like, I have an affliction with that team. Like, I don't care. I want that team to do well.
Yeah,
because I
that
lived in
Miami,
Charlotte.
Ohio. Yeah, the Miami, Ohio goes back way before Ben Roethlisberger. This goes back when I was in elementary school.
Yeah, Ray old, guys. Ray old as fuck. Go ahead. In your old man days, what happened?
So, I mean, it's just the way that the U presented themselves down in Miami. But I always thought Miami, Ohio was the real Miami.
So you saw them on TV more than the U?
No, I saw the
why?
U more. No, I saw the U more, but it's a complexion that
it's different. Okay.
It's a little different. It's just
I get it.
It's a little. I have to say, because I had some family members that lived in the Ohio area, and they talked more about Miami, Ohio than they did the U, basically. And to me, what my learning was, because when they showed on TV back in the old days, they didn't put OU behind it. They put Miami in front of it. They just put Miami. So I seen the Miami, then they put the U in front of
the MIA. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
I get you. I mean, we all get into sports the way we get into it. It's
a
through
geography.
Family member. I get you. That's deep though. That's deep. Oh, you got that. That's deep.
Yeah, it's that. So, all right, let's move right along here so we can get you back to doing what you need to do today. So we don't have to pay you so much in overtime. Let's talk about the NCAA antitrust case a little bit here. The settlement. This is the NIL deals that came in with the payments, the antitrust, the NCAA versus Carter versus the NCAA, House versus NCAA, Hubbard versus the NCAA, Carter versus NCAA, about various ways schools compete their athletes. Friday's filing. This was back on July 26th. This report came out by Dan Murphy out of ESPN. Said that the Power Five conference and largest representative of a class of Division I athletes file detailed terms of antitrust lawsuit Friday that has been potential to reshape the business of college football. Well, it's been settled. The antitrust case has been settled. Schools will be permitted for the first time to pay their athletes directly via name, image, and likeness, NIL. The deals under the terms of the settlement, each school could provide up to 22% of the average revenue of the Power Conference schools generated from media rights, ticket sales, and sponsorship. This is according to ESPN. A sum that is expected to be between $20 million and $22 million per school when the settle goes into effect at the start of the 25-26 academic season. So, what is your thought about this antitrust, the 22% average to the Power Five conference players?
I'm on different sides of.
Tell us your side. I mean, that's what I want to know. I want the debate on this, on your side. What is your belief on this NIL deal, this antitrust thing for college players?
I'm confused because I have so many sides on this. I'm with the athlete. I'm with the parent. I'm with the kid. I'm with the agent. I'm with the NCAA. I understand all of that. But who the fuck gonna stand up and say, hey, somebody needs to be held accountable for this? And I lost a great quarterback. I'm a Florida Gator football fan, as you can tell. And I lost a quarterback on this bullshit of the NIL situation. First of all, if let's break it down. Let's see if you have a kid in your household that has that standard to have that NIL conversation. As a parent, how you handle it? As a kid, how you handle it? As the person going after that child, how are you handling it? then how are we going to equate the situation to get on the field? That's my problem right there. That is my biggest fucking problem with the NIL. We're not going to have any data for 2 more years. 2 more years, we'll get the complete data if NIL really works. 2 more years. Let's look at the bullshit stories we're seeing right now. I am not a fan of this shit. I am not. Let's go back to give me a bag up under the bridge. Get your daddy, your uncle, your fake baby mama the money. I want that athlete to come to my school. This shit now, you mean to tell me you can get an NIL deal and still leave the school? Get the fuck out of here. No.
Yeah, see,
That's what they're doing. The transfer portal and the NIL deal needs to be classified and broken the fuck down. Because right now, these kids are doing what? They chasing the bag daddy. I don't want that. I don't want that. We all know you have a high school life. You have a high school life, a college life. We get that. Bring that shit here. Let's go. Let's win. Have your moment. If I can monetize off that, here we go. But don't take it beyond that. No. You know you're not going to the league. You know you're not going to the NFL. You know that. I know that. The boosters know it. But why you here at this school and university? Let me get that. Can we be clear about that?
This is another reading this article is another key point here I got to make here. Experts cited in the court documents said they expect the cap number to grow to nearly 33 million per school by the end of the settlement 10-year agreement. The NCAA plaintiff's attorney said those payments, when combined with the tuition and other benefits that athletes already receive, will create a system where many schools are sharing close to half of the revenue they generate with athletes. That figures is compatible with revenue sharing agreement in professional sports.
Yes. So they broke it down to its purest form. So now, let's look at football right now as we talk about. We talk about college football as a whole. So let's look at the kids that are coming out of high school, going into our college football programs that we like or don't like or appreciate, whatever it may be. Let's look at that as a whole when it comes to the NIL situation. You think the kids know this? Come on, Ray. Talk with me, man. Come on now, Ray.
Are you ready?
Come on.
You ready
with me?
You ready for this?
Come on.
Yes,
do the kids know it? Come on, Ray.
Yeah.
Say it with me. Come on, Ray. You can say it. They don't.
Yeah, this is another thing too. You want to get ready? Eventually, they will receive 50% of the money that football teams generate. Some of those benefits have to be shared equally due to Title IX. Title IX to these new benefits, leaving some potentially tricky decisions up to each individual schools.
I think the wrong people. Look. Oh my God. I got to be careful how I say this because I don't want us to get canceled. I got to be real careful how I say this. Let me see if I can say this the right way. People that control the money are stupid. I'm done. If we get canceled, my bad, bro. I'm so sorry if we get canceled because of what I said. But I just feel we are normal people. We're Navy veterans. We've served our country. We did what we had to do. And we found another way to explore our lifestyle. But at the same time, can we talk about the reality of what's going on in sports that nobody wants to talk about. Look what's going on. Look. Come on. Come on now.
Yeah.
Come on now. No. No. I can't sit on the sideline anymore, Ray. And these people are not talking about it. They're even in college football. Look at what college football did this year. It is the craziest thing ever in life to me what college football pulled off without pulling it off. They failed. They lost the biggest 3 lawsuits ever, but nobody's talking about it.
No. All right. Let's move right along. We got one more topic here, and then we can call it a day, and then we'll move to next week's 3-hour show from 9 to 12 here on all our Facebook, Twitter, Twitch. We can't do X because we don't have a premium account. We got to get a premium account to do X now. They just changed their rules on their thing. So
what?
Yeah.
Where you
all right. Did. So let's talk about this guy right here for Georgia.
The football player?
Yeah, we're going to talk about that. Yep. Yeah, 2 days after Roy Thomas post bonds after his. All right, hold on a second. I'll be right back. I got to take this phone call.
Go to commercial break. Put the commercial break up.
All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. 365, we're making up plays. We're talking the game, get you through the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety, topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. In the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays. Like working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. We on top of our game. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays.
Who's out there? I'm going to talk about the shit I feel about. Because Ray and I get down. We get down. Met him 4 years ago on social media. And we get down. He's the host. I'm the co-host. Check it out. All sports, all plays. College football breakdown. Every Saturday from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. Check it out. It may change your life. Gambling habits, for sure. But at the same time, I just don't believe what's going on in college. Hold on. You did what?
All right, I'm back.
There's no way. There's no way. Go ahead.
All right, I'm back. So let's talk about this Georgia player being arrested. Roy Thomas. He post bond after his second domestic violence arrest since joining the program. Georgia football coach Kirby Smart on Thursday. This is according to the Athens Banner Herald. According to address the wide receiver publicly for the first time as the Bulldog began the preseason practice happened before the preseason practice started. Smart met with Thomas on Tuesday face-to-face after his release from jail. I let him know that he can no longer be part of the football team. Smart said he understands that. We wish him nothing but the best. But moving forward, so under Kirby Smart, this is what, number 10? Person's been
Look how
arrested.
many people been caught speeding?
29.
I thought it was 32.
Last count was 29.
It's, first of all, if you don't know about college football, if you don't know about being the man or the woman on campus, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you don't know this lifestyle. That's a different lifestyle in Athens, Georgia. Different lifestyle in Athens, Georgia. That is different. That's white people with money beyond money, beyond money, beyond money you will never see. People talk about Vegas. They talk about Miami. They talk about New Orleans. All right. Go to Athens, Georgia. That money is Ray, you been there?
Yeah, I've been through
You
it.
been there? Yeah.
Mhm.
That's different money, Ray. That's different money, different situations. For these stories to come out, I'm appalled. I have so many questions.
Well, I mean, if you look at it this way, Georgia represents the good, the bad, and UGA sports. Powerhouse is dominant on the field as they are shameless off of it.
So you a fan of Georgia or not? I know you're a Carolina fan. Do you like the state of Georgia? Yes or no?
Well, I got two
Oh,
opinions
that
because
means no.
I'm a Atlanta Braves fan, so
Oh, I'm sorry.
because that's the closest Major League Baseball team to where I live.
You're not gonna make
That's
the
who I
playoffs
look.
this year.
That's who I grew up with. I grew up a Braves fan with Dale Murphy, Bob, Glenn Hubbard, Rafael Ramirez, Claudel Washington, um, Bruce
I met
Benedict.
Chipper Jones
I
when he
met
was
my
with his side bit.
actually I met my idol Dale Murphy at a Jacksonville Sun game when he brought him for an autograph, and I took his rookie
You
card up
met
to him.
your idol. You
Yep.
met your idol.
Yep.
Wow. It's a different situation when you meet. Like I was a big fan of Daryl Porter in St. Louis. I live here. And then I became a big fan of Albert Pujols. And
I'll give you a
shine shoes for Daryl Porter. And when I met Pujols, I couldn't talk. I couldn't say anything. I didn't know what to say.
Well, when I met Dale Murphy, he was signing baseballs, and he was like making a joke before I came up there. He was making I could hear him. He was making a joke. Oh, nobody's got my baseball cards. I'm all signing baseballs. I brought my baseball card up and handed it to him. He almost fell out. He's like, "You have my baseball card." I said, "I watch you play." He's like, "What?" I said, "I watch you play. I watch you play in the '80s, and you were the guy I liked." I mean, it was just his aura about him that it drawn to me. It's just like Michael Jordan drawn to me in basketball.
It's just something about those players back in the day.
And then
man.
Lawrence Taylor, and then
It
Lawrence,
was just the way they played the game.
and then I idolized myself in football because I played football after Lawrence Taylor.
You were a linebacker, weren't you?
Yeah, I was a middle linebacker. But I played the middle linebacker like Lawrence Taylor played the outside linebacker.
You played that motherfucker, didn't
you? In your mouth, lighten you up, and taking names afterwards.
Like I was a baseball player, and I tried to take your soul.
But
I was
different. Because look, if you look at this, Georgia players have been arrested and cited at least 29 times for reckless driving, racing, or speeding since January 15. Fatal crash of offensive lineman Devin Wilcock and recruiting staffer Charlotte LeCour. Police said LeCour's defensive tackle Jalen Carter are now with the Philadelphia Eagles were racing at more than 100 miles an hour per hour.
Was he in the car when that dude got in the wreck?
Yeah.
Wow.
If the stretch it goes gives zero bleeps, culture has not received a lot of national attention. That's only because of reality as old as the time. Winning is ultimate. So the Bulldog represents the good and bad. There are uncomfortable questions confronting all fan base. Now, I may ask you this question. What are you willing tolerance in exchange for Saturday glory? That's a question that this guy asks.
Say that question again.
The question is, This is the question from the Athens Banner Herald. They ask, what are you willing to tolerate in exchange for Saturday glory?
No. First of all, I don't know what the affiliation and the affliction of speeding in the South. I don't know what people in the South love to drive fast. I don't know if it's NASCAR. I don't know what the fuck it is, but they love to drive fucking fast. I am not letting that kid back on the team. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're done. You're done. Community service. I give two fucks. You're done playing football at this school and institution. No, I don't know what it is, man. You live down there in Florida. Ray lives in Jacksonville, North Carolina, or Florida.
Yeah.
And people speed down there, Ray. Why? Why do people drive fast? You answer that question for me. I answer your question. Why y'all drive fast down there? Why? Why are you so in a hurry to get there? Leave earlier. What the fuck?
Well,
I'm losing my whole scholarship. I'm losing my opportunity to play college football because I was driving the car fast. Yep.
Yeah, but see, I'm gonna tell you down here, I don't have one, but all the people that are rich got one. Is a Lamborghini. That's all I see on the road down here in Florida is Lamborghini. They go fast. They don't go slow. They go fast. But then here in Jacksonville alone, and it starts raining, you have other people getting factors. We have more accidents when it starts raining in any place. In any place. We even had an athlete down here take his Lamborghini and ran off the road into a pond because he was drunk. So here in Jacksonville, Florida, here in Florida, period, people take 95 things is a freaking racetrack because it goes right past Daytona. It goes right past the Daytona International Speedway. Takes the exit. You can see it from the airport. So most places like North Carolina, most places got NASCAR in it. They think they're riding NASCAR. That's just point blank here. But up in Georgia, and Athens got all those hills, man. It's like almost in the mountains. It's got a number of hills, man. And the roads are long, so they figured that they can get away with going fast and stuff. But an interesting piece here is now they jumping on Kirby Smart, and this one guy here said, "I'm going to make it easy for Kirby Smart. Start kicking players off the team." That was wrote by Matt Hayes of Saturday Down South.
Right.
But he said then hold a press conference and declare that the next player who receives a speeding ticket or reckless driving charge on a felony charge of any kind is off the team, period. And watch how quickly the stuff ends. Watch how quickly it reverberates through the team and leads to changes. That's the problem. They're not disciplining these guys. So these guys think it's okay. So everybody on the team say, hey, these guys got to wait. I can do it now. Where does the coach stand in the point? If you're going to be on my team, you got to have discipline. And that's one thing I like.
You have discipline as a coach.
No, Kirby Smart don't have no discipline. This shows right here because they don't spin players after these. They don't reprimand them. Now, Deion Sanders, yes, he has a standard. He has the leadership because when his players get in trouble, even his players get in trouble by not opening the door, they sit out the next game for a woman. That's for a fact.
Real talk. How strict are you on your military standards? I'm a Navy dude. I know how I am. I know what I will not and will not tolerate. How strict are you on your military standards to this day?
To this day? Well, I can tell you straight out, I'm very strict because I don't do drugs.
Me too.
I stay away from that. My leadership, I have noticed in some of my leadership roles that I do my leadership what I did when I was in the Navy.
Right.
You know, I will give you a leeway a little bit, but you get to a certain point, my leadership is going to kick in. And just like this last time we was at the Big Give last Saturday, my leadership
But
kicked in
you went
because
out of town. You went to serve, do some good work
now
for
it was
God.
in town. It was at the Ocean Way Middle School. My church here in Jacksonville, Florida, puts on a big give back to the community, free haircuts, free hot dogs, free book bag, free school supplies for families. We did all that, but the cleanup, what kicked me in was the lack of people were not taking their focus of getting stuff cleaned up properly. So that's when my military kicked in. So I started saying, hey, look, y'all need to do this, need to do that. And my leadership skill is that
I
I
hate
will
dumb
trust
people.
I will trust you to a certain point.
I
But
hate
when I
dumb
know
people.
that certain point is not going to reach and it's going to go out of control and we're going to have other things to do, my military bearings will kick back in and
That's
I will
me.
see myself.
My military kicks in when I see dumb people, and I
Yeah.
have to get over that. I don't want to get off the grift of what we're doing in college football, but man, I hate dumb people. I hate dumb ass people, and I meet a lot of dumb ass people, like dumb. But I'm legally blind. You're sighted. You can do everything, but you're dumb. Oh my God. That is the worst shit ever to me. I know people like that are just stupid. Stupid people, Ray, that are just, and I'm like, hold on. How am I legally blind, but you don't know this? That's why I learned right now. I have to do this. You're not for me. No, you're not for me. You can't be that stupid in my life. Like, I know stupid people.
Yeah, so I mean,
if I told you stuff, you wouldn't believe me.
see, that's why if I was a coach today, I couldn't be a coach today because I'll lose all my recruits.
There's no fucking way I could coach today. No. What the fuck?
Because
no. I'm not doing it. I don't want no part of it. None of that stuff. But at the same time, I want in on it. I really do. But I think people are idiots. Look at college football. Look at what they did. They really realigned the whole conference.
yeah,
I can't wait to see how this works out. No, I can't wait till October 12th. October 12th, that's going to be our biggest fucking show, bro. I'm telling you. Look at October 12th. Look at those games. That's going to be our shit. There's no fucking way. You that stupid. You're that fucking stupid? Okay. October 12th.
That's week 7. So you got Florida International. They got Tuesday, October 8th, October 9th, and then Saturday, October 12th is you got Mississippi State at number 1 in Georgia. That's TBD. All the times are TBD right now because they haven't set the times yet. Number 2, Ohio State at number 3, Oregon. Number 6, Ole Miss at number 13, LSU.
Get my nipples hard.
Number
Keep
8,
going.
Penn State.
Keep going.
Number 8, Penn State at 23, USC. Number 11, Missouri at Massachusetts. Number 14, Clemson at Wake Forest. Florida at number 15, Tennessee. Number 18, Kansas State at Colorado. Number 21, Arizona at BYU. Syracuse at number 24, NC State. Washington at number 25, Iowa. Vanderbilt at Kentucky. Purdue at Illinois. Minnesota at UCLA. Wisconsin at Rutgers. California at Pitt. Georgia Tech at Carolina. Louisville at Virginia. Cincinnati at UCF. Iowa State at West Virginia. Washington State at Fresno State. Marshall at Georgia Southern. Old Dominion at Georgia State. Appalachian State at Louisiana. Southern Miss at UL Monroe. Arkansas State at Texas State. Miami, Ohio at Eastern Michigan. Akron at Western Michigan. Ball State at Kent State. Northern Illinois at Bowling Green. Toledo at Buffalo. Ohio at Central Michigan. North Texas at Florida Atlantic. UTSA at Rice. South Carolina at number 5, Alabama. UAB at Army. Number 4, Texas at number 16, Oklahoma.
Who's leaving the house that day, Ray? Nobody.
Stanford at number 7, Notre Dame. San Diego State at Wyoming. San Jose State at Colorado. Oregon State at Nevada. Air Force at New Mexico. Boise State at Hawaii. It's the last game at 11 o'clock.
I wish a motherfucker would.
Hey, are you ready for this? If you want to stay up and watch football past 11 o'clock, Boise State at Hawaii, that's on CBS Sports Network.
Look, I am watching football that entire day. I'm watching every game. I am taking... Look, I don't care about women during football season. Fuck them. I don't care if I date. I don't care about women during football season at all. This is a different game. What the college football and the NFL set up this year. Have you seen this? I wish a woman would. People have these football contracts. No, I'm not doing one. Mm-mm. This game is way more important than you. They doing the college football and Madden. No. College football, Madden, and college football season, and the NFL. Ray, there's no way possible I would date any human during football season. Nope. When September hits, bye. You have no preference in my life. Bye. You gotta go. This shit is way more important than you. Like, I really feel that way. Like, I feel football that way. Like, I'm in love with college football. The NFL is my side. Is it my side chick? I don't know. And then what we're doing here every Saturday from 8 to 11 a.m. Mm-hmm. I wish somebody would. I'm telling you, this football is different. I can't explain it to people. I try to, and I just do this.
Yeah. So we made some changes on the show here. This used to be the old logo. We now incorporated this logo here for our new logo. Right there, a little bit better right there. There's the logo right there, right above. So that's our new logo there on the All Sports, All Plays College Breakdown. Be adding some more new stuff here coming up. I'm building some more overlays and stuff like that. I'm gonna try one thing here next week, sometime this week, if we can get together during the week. I know you've been traveling and stuff like that, but I need to see if I can get your voice.
I'm off Monday.
Okay.
Monday I'm off. The Cardinals are here Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, but I'm off Monday.
Okay.
So if you want to do something, let me know.
Yeah, because
I'm down
what I
for
want to
Monday.
do. Because what I want to do is I want to put you through OBS, and then I want to take out my virtual camera with both of us on there, and bring it over to StreamYard so I can do a lot more
Okay.
graphics, a lot more stuff than what your StreamYard can do. I can do through OBS, but I gotta see if I can get your voice over to the StreamYard. So that's fine.
Already.
So I gotta figure out if I can do that. So I'll do a test run on that through to my Ray Facebook page. We'll run a live show from that. So we'll do a test run. If that works, then we can get more graphics in. So
I'm looking forward to us doing the live show when college football starts.
Oh, next week. It starts next week. Dre, it starts.
Week 0.
Week 0. How many games you think you're gonna win out of week 0?
I'm gonna whoop your ass this year. So we have we pick games, and he's been whooping my ass for 3 years, like big time. So I got it this year. I'm yeah.
You think?
He's been whooping my ass. Now I'm on TikTok. I'm on TikTok over here. So I'm tick at the top.
Oh, you put it on TikTok?
With Ray Crews on TikTok. All sports, all plays.
So how you get the video?
Every Saturday, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. What?
Is it video landscape or portrait?
No, I just got my phone on the thing.
Okay.
The TikTok. So I don't know about all that. Being legally blind, I'm just hitting the button. Like, I'm looking down. Like, I can't even read the damn comment. You come up so damn small. It's like I played golf this week. Look, Ray, have you played golf before?
Yeah.
Look, I didn't know you got to go find the ball.
What do you think? They had somebody go fetch the ball?
How do you find the damn ball that you hit?
Well,
that
to me,
no,
you got to have somebody watching you hit the ball so they know where the ball lands, so you can go get the ball.
See,
because sometimes I can't follow the ball off the tee.
You see, yeah.
So I play with somebody. I play somebody who watches my ball for me, so I can know exactly where to pinpoint it. You figure the technology.
Play golf. I love people that play golf.
You figure the technology that they can figure out, put a chip in the ball so you can put it on the app, so the ball, so you can look at your app.
That can find the ball.
Yeah.
Like
now ESPN's got this thing called Swing U, where you can go to put all the golf course in that, and they'll tell you the range to the hole, and then you can hit it. And if you got one of them trackers, you can put the tracking ball on there, and they'll track your ball for you.
But I'm legally blind, and the way I hit that ball,
I have a bad.
It was not the way I thought I would hit the ball.
If you play baseball and you think you can go out there and hit a golf ball,
play baseball till I was 30.
Because baseball swing is totally different
Thank you, Dad.
than on golf. So you got to baseball, you got to swing level. If you uppercut, it's gonna make a fly ball. Golf, you got to uppercut, but then you got to keep your hips right. If you go out to the right side of your hip, it's gonna go
now
this way.
You want to give me information.
So you got to keep yourself.
Where were you at last week, Ray? Where were you at? You out of the country.
I know. I seen your pictures on Facebook. I seen your pictures on Facebook. I was laughing at your pictures, man. I said, this guy's on a golf course now. I was like, that's when you see. Hey, look, tell you young people, when you know you're old, you can't play no more football, basketball, and stuff. You're on the golf course. You know.
First of all, I'm not old. I'm just legally blind.
Second, I can't play basketball anymore because of my knees. But anyway, so we got some new stuff coming up here. I'm still researching on the thing where I can get the poll up to where you on the outside can vote for the team that we're talking about, and it'll rush the votes up on there. I have trying to figure out a way to do that to make it interactive live, so you can vote. Put the thing in the chat. You click on it, you vote, and it will show you up on real time. We'll put a scoreboard up and everything for it. So, but anyway, that's
here. So 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Boom.
That's Central Time. East Coast time is 9 a.m. to 12. I always have a saying is 9 a.m. on the East Coast time. We take you all the way up to kickoff till noon on the premier college sports pregame show on the All Sports All Plays Network. Dre's mad. Dre's mad because his pick ain't working out.
Giving that college football shit.
But
boom.
I'm Ray. This is Dre. We're with you every Saturday during college football season, breaking it all the way down to the national championship game. And we even do a national championship watch party. We try to anyway, because sometimes he's ahead of me in the telecast. I'm ahead of him in the telecast.
I go on vacation in April, so.
Yeah, he goes on vacation, or else we would do an all year round show. But the dude has to go on vacation, man. And Trey said not all year round.
Oh God!
But anyway, I don't know. College football is starting to be an all year round business.
Peace.
So
we done?
Yeah, I'm Ray. This is Dre. This is the All Sports All Plays College Breakdown. We'll see you next Saturday,
next week.
3 hours for the premier pregame show, leading you all the way up to kickoff from 9 a.m. to 12 noon on the Eastern Standard Time. So, see you later, Dre, man. Have a good one.
My man. Peace. Thanks.
All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. 365, we making a plays. We talking the game, get you through the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety, topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. In the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, like working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. All sports, all plays.